I'm just going to go with it.
Hi, Mom.
I don't know. Oh, you're here recording it.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hi. We want to talk about technology marketing in life, not necessarily in that order, and not necessarily with any structure to it.
Is that how we're starting?
I don't know. How do you want to start?
Say hello.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Susan.
You just going right into it. I'm Mika-Taché. We are currently just testing the waters, trying it all. Little novice to being in front of the camera versus being behind, and just trying to see how it all works out, if anything comes of this. So we have topics we want to discuss and things we want to bring up, our feelings, our thoughts. And maybe I'll kick it off with Susan and she can kind of tell you what she's feeling currently. Let's talk about feelings.
I am feeling low right now. And part of it is the weather. In fact, it was funny. We were for 10 days, we were totally isolated. We had a big ice storm and it was a hot mess. I couldn't get out of the house for 10 days. And I have 2 dogs and one of them's deaf, so I can only talk to one of them. So
speaking of, if you hear snoring in the background, it's the dog.
Well, hopefully our microphones we're trying these.
Oh yeah, we're trying microphones.
So hopefully that would help because she's over there. Yeah, she has dementia and she's deaf. So, but anyway, but no, it was sort of funny. I took it on as a social experiment. It started out where I maybe could have gotten out sooner, but the ice was everywhere. And I started treating it as a social experiment to see how long can I go being inside by myself. And I think I went crazy.
Yeah.
I think I did. I finally got out because I ran out. You can't live on granola bars and Cheez-Its. At some point you have to go back to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But it sort of left me feeling kind of drained. And I think I get energy from being around people. And when you are isolated that much, you just sort of lose some of your energy.
So I think I had the opposite feel of the ice storm. Although I wasn't quite isolated because, my son was there, my dog, but it gave me the slowdown I needed to catch up on the work that I was behind.
Because you were in a flow state during that.
Yes, I was grinding. I was creating. I was able to stop, think, and adjust and kind of reflect on all the our meetings, different conversations, go back through my notebook and kind of look and say, what have I missed? What do I need to catch up on? So it was the opposite effect for me.
Yeah.
So that's funny that we both had these different experiences.
We both, I actually I launched a whole new website during that time. But
you were working.
But I was working. I just felt like it was a little bit more of a struggle. And I wrote down what you said, stop, think, and adjust something. And I was like, stop, drop, and roll or something. And I thought that's actually a good lesson to, sometimes you just have to, you're so go mode all the time. You have to just stop and say, okay, what's really happening? And let me, I took yesterday off. I didn't do any work.
It was Sunday.
It was. But I had there was ice skating was on for the Olympics, and then there was the Super Bowl, the Benito Bowl, and so it was a great day yesterday. And I gave myself permission not to feel like, oh, I should be writing something or I should be creating something. And it's like, no, sometimes you just gotta. A friend of mine put it well. She said to me, we were talking about stuff, and she goes, "What are your hobbies besides work?" And I said, "Oh, I feel seen."
Yeah. What's funny though? I kind of have a trauma response to Sundays. Earlier on, I kind of learned to start getting ahead of Monday, and it allowed me to enter into Monday without feeling like everyone was waiting on me.
Yeah.
So I started. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I mean, it makes me feel good, but I actually kind of enjoy checking in, I guess, on a Sunday and getting ahead of things and being kind of prepared for the week. I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel, so I did, work yesterday, but I don't like to be, I guess, caught off guard or
Well, I'm a huge believer. If you work on a Saturday, it's reactive. If you work on a Sunday, it's proactive.
Okay.
It's just keeping it kind
balance.
Of I'll take an hour on a Sunday night and make sure I make sure before Monday comes that my whole week's plan is done. And again, I'm over structured.
Is that a trauma response though?
Yes.
Oh,
Totally.
okay. Just making
Totally.
sure.
But like, I mean, I like having structure and processes. You know that about me.
Yeah.
But it's like I have monthly goals, and I have 4 of them every month, and every week I update my progress on those. And then at the end of I track everything I get accomplished during each week, and what my reflections are. I track those during the week, and I just park them. I don't think about it. I just copy and paste and park. And at the end of the month, I go and I look back at that whole month saying, okay, and I'll be able to tell, like, for example, for this month or January, which I think January is a throwaway month. I think next year I'll be on a beach somewhere for the whole month of January. But, you know, I can go back and then reflect and say, okay, what did I do that I want to keep doing? What do I need to like stop doing? What do I need to start doing? And you have enough data points if you're really tracking it. So I just keep, you know, I just note things as I think of them, you know, a little reflections log, and then just, okay, I got these down, moved them from my to-do list to my to-done list. And, you know, and then I can look at it on my little monthly CEO day that I do.
Well,
it doesn't take long.
That kind of brings me to another topic I wanted to talk to you about. I'm not even looking at her little list, but is that we talked about like over planning before you get to the good part, to the start. And Susan has a way of like, this is what I love about her, right? She's very analytical, thorough, like has a plan in place, metrics for everything.
Love my metrics.
Love it. I'm a Pisces. I'm just like, let's go with it. So we were just talking about one of the challenges of being able to do.
Yeah.
And stop, like, when do you stop planning out what you're supposed to do and actually execute?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
She's challenging me. I am challenging her, and I'm putting deadlines down because, you know,
she's so
people
mean.
need a soft place to land with like this. They need a deadline. It makes them feel good. If I told her to stop right now, she would be like, the shakes. Yeah. So
no, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. So it's like, and I was saying earlier, like, even though I felt like my energy's been off the last few weeks, which I'm blaming the weather, but whatever. I feel like and I use like some ocean thing, you know, like when you're at the beach and you see the waves, you know, they're doing their thing. And then there's like currents underneath the waves that are still moving. So like I could feel like there's an ebb and flow when you have your own business. There's going to be energy times that are high and low. Sometimes you're in the flow, like you were manically in the flow during the ice storm. And I was like, and I was like kind of struggling a little bit, but the current was still moving.
Yeah.
So I, you know, still was getting things done, still getting in the right direction, but sometimes you give yourself a hard time, like, oh, I should, you know, I've got this plan and it should have been implemented by now. And so it's also giving yourself grace.
I was about to say it's grace. Yeah. I think that's something that I have not always been done well with, is allowing
Working
myself.
Wild female?
Like giving myself a break. And I think it's very recent. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I'm so zen that I don't like have these spaces and feelings, but lately just taking because last year I really was suffering with, you know, not getting my thoughts together after like losing my job and like trying to figure out what do I want my business St. Management to look like, and just taking that all in place. So I used that downtime to like really fine tune it, and then it just put me in this place of go. But there's still so many things I haven't done. Like, this is why we're doing the videos. We're doing them to step outside of our comfort zone, get in a place and space that we know we belong, and be able to record some of our thoughts and feelings of what this life of being a solopreneur really looks like. And it's a struggle. It is a struggle,
but it's one that, even though you're a solopreneur, you're not always on. Like, I find a lot of the work that I've done has been collaborations with other creators and other creative entities.
Yeah. I still like that you know, partnerships and working with people. I mean, that's really what we do this. So this is kind of our monthly check-in to see like, hey, what are you doing with your business? What have you been doing? What's going on? What do you have planned? It's a gut check, I guess, for us and our challenges.
Because sometimes you need someone to call you out as well. And
she called me out last month, so this is my month to call her out.
Next week we'll switch.
Yeah, next time it'll probably be.
But I think also the fact that we're sitting here on my little banquette in my dining room is like, that fact we're doing this in real life. Like, she's real, she's human. I think that's kind of cool, because like you see a lot of, and no shade, but there's a lot of Zoom interviews that are done where two people are in two different locations, and you're not really able to kind of feed off of each other's energy as well.
Yeah, so that part is important, I think, to just.
Yeah.
I think, and you really rubbed off on me last, because you were, I mean, she was on it, little spreadsheet, I was like, oh my God, I should be, spreadsheet. I need a positioning statement. Oh my God, what's my foundation?
Where's your ICP?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was just, I was like, damn, let me get it together. So it really helped. I mean, I have to say, like,
we pick each other up when we're at different, because we were at a different energy. It's funny, we're switching energy levels every month. Actually, last time it was fun. After a while, I think what picked us both up was we decided to go to TJ Maxx.
Yeah, yes, that's all. Shh, don't tell it. Yeah, that's part of the process.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, just, you need that. You need friendship. You need people on that same wavelength to kind of get you to go. And it's been really refreshing and fun to like go through this. I guess that's what it is. Feel like you don't go through it alone.
Yeah.
My business has been established for about 9 years now, and it's changed. I mean, I started in social media management, hate it. Web design, kind of love it, because ultimately I'm a creator and I loved creating in the digital space. So web design is still kind of my jam a little bit. But I've also evolved. My skill sets have evolved. Yeah. I'm more in that space of, photo shoots and being basically a creative project manager. And it's okay to change.
Well, it's expected to change.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, the reason we go into marketing in the first place is because we are not afraid of change, because everything changes so frequently. But, my story was that I was intended to have a side hustle and then never quite got it done because I was working all the time. I was in the middle of moving. I've only been here a couple of years. So for me, it was such a shock to go from the corporate world to suddenly you're an island on your own. And like I said, what happens is I actually am around people more now than I was then, because it was a fully remote situation. Never saw anybody. But I find that people aren't interested in what I used to do. They want to know, what can you do for me now? Yeah. And so I think if someone's thinking about taking the transition from corporate world to running their own business, one of the lessons that's really stuck with me is that your resume is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you were executive level, if you were, whatever you were. It's what can you do for me now, and how do you build that reputation, get in the right rooms, and then create content that shows what you know rather than just telling somebody what you know.
I think that was one of my bigger challenges, and we've met through AMA, is positioning myself to be in front of people. I really she's the extrovert. Like, she was definitely the one that skipped over to me the first day. Like, hey, my friend. And I was like, oh, okay, people.
Well, I got to know you best, I think, when we first, what was it, at the soccer game?
Soccer.
It was a soccer
I was going to say
game.
baseball, but yeah. But that was so out of my comfort zone, and still is.
Really? I scare you?
Yeah. Like, people. Like, I love people, but and so here's the thing, especially in the marketing space, because people start to talk KPIs and and jargon and the things they know, and that is so, it can be a stretch, like imposter syndrome. We talk about that.
But that's so much performative.
I know it
really
is, but it is kind of a part of the thing.
It is part of the culture.
And
passive aggressive is too.
Yeah. And so I think it's just, for me, it's just been like that imposter syndrome. That's been the challenge of 2025 for me. And I know we're in 2026 now, so.
No, but it's the year of the horse, all's good. But what was the quote I told you earlier, that the universe isn't waiting for you to prove yourself, it's waiting for you to trust yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah, that's
drop
it.
My little microphone.
That's it. That's it. Well, that speaks to what I'm saying. You have a
yes,
deadline.
I know.
You have a deadline, and you're going to show everyone how beautiful, bright, intelligent you are, how you know your stuff, and you deserve to be in that space.
But I also love a good strategy and an introverted spreadsheet and a research project. I mean, I never realized what a nerd I was before. It's just sort of, but I'm embracing it. Yeah. There's like nerd and geek. I don't know. There's like a spectrum.
I definitely learned it's not my jam. I mean, I do appreciate the numbers. They're important. They have a space. It helps me to create. It is to know the why behind a lot of things. But that's definitely like your lane. But that's why we work well together, and we're able to kind of see the bigger picture collectively. And it's why we're here to do these videos, just to like get ourselves out there.
We're not the only ones, and you're not the only one.
For sure.
You know,
for
we're
sure.
all kind of in this, not to High School Musical, we're all in this together. Yes, I had a child of age that I watched.
I've never watched one of those in my entire
life. Never.
All right, so what else is there anything else we want to touch base on while we're here?
The only other thing I had, because I was such a list, we're talking about the simplicity of this setup. We want to do these as one-take videos because nobody's got time to edit.
No,
and this is just as real as we didn't want.
The table shook a little bit, so we're trying.
I was like, we're still learning.
Yeah, we're learning. And bear with us.
We have a little mascot.
Yeah,
we have a little dog up here with us.
Yes.
The one with dementia, who's deaf, is over there. So she's the one who snores. So we're trying out these microphones.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep a super simple structure. We could get fancy at some point and do like lighting, have different cameras getting us at different angles. We're not there. We're just talking to you.
We're just
here to talk to you, keeping it real.
Keeping it real. We don't even have a name for this.
No, it's not that serious though.
That's my fave. You know that, right?
We should get t-shirts. I want a t-shirt. We want jackets.
Merch.
We're gonna get like scooters and jackets, and we're gonna like own the
mascot with merch.
We have little mascots here. You can bring your little Gucci, and dogs everywhere. But no, I mean we're not even going to necessarily market this. I don't even know where we're going to put this.
We don't know yet. You'll see it when you see it.
We're just playing.
Yeah.
We're just
But
playing.
this is fun. Like, this is what this is fun. We need this.
And I have to say, from when we first sat down and started talking to now, I feel entirely different.
I know she was sad.
No, but I feel less sad, but also I just feel like even from when we turned the camera on, it was like, nobody wants to get in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I talked to so many people, like, that's the last thing, it's like public speaking, which I don't mind that either. But something about getting on a camera, it's like it's recorded. It's different. But
I mean, that's actually, I know we were kind of coming at the end of our topic, but I would say for me, my biggest challenge in getting in front of camera was I felt like I needed to be perfect. Like,
Oh, but you are.
Hair, hair done, nails done, like all the things. Like, oh, I don't even have a makeup today. Like, I didn't have time for that. Like,
you're not wearing any makeup?
No,
girl, that's not fair.
A little moisturizer. But yeah, like, just it is what it is. Like, this is the real raw. Us, uncut, unfiltered. It's not that serious. I mean, I think I just really had to. I think just the fear of putting things out in the world and then people nitpicking it, I guess.
Well, let's be real, nobody's really looking.
I think they might.
It's so easy to think, like, I remember there was a book I read about capsule wardrobe, and this woman decided she was going to wear like the same shirt every day for 90 days. Nobody noticed.
No one said anything.
Nobody, well, maybe they noticed, didn't say anything. Nobody, it was a red shirt. It wasn't like it was just, she'd wear a red shirt every day. Yeah.
Because that's my wardrobe.
And I think, which kind of spoke to the whole, I think it was called Project 333. I've got the book over there somewhere in my little bookcase, which I want to get a hold.
Oh, here she goes.
I've got an idea for this room.
Oh my gosh. We'll talk about that next time.
You're no different.
Yeah, I know.
You're no different. We love updating our homes, and we have a little project we need to get to. We wanted to help each other do peel and stick wallpaper in different areas.
Still got okay.
Yeah.
See,
so
sidetrack.
So we might do some offshoots where we do projects.
So I think that's one thing we haven't like really discussed is our specialties and our lanes. But I think we can do that next time and like walk through.
Leave them wanting more.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, this was fun.
It was. Thank you for, and again, coming from Susan Spanket. You ready? It's not that serious.
Oh my God. We did it. Woo!